Well, good afternoon, all. Good morning. So we had a really busy weekend this weekend with all the summer events that were happening in and around Victoria. We had numerous community events that took place both in Victoria and in Esquimalt. It was kind of the kickoff to the summer event calendar in and around our towns. So the weekend began with our Canucks victory on Friday night and the subsequent win tonight. Larger than normal crowd downtown in the downtown restaurants and bars to watch the game, and then the post-victory celebrations. So there were no incidents of note, and we hope that the trend of the peaceful celebrations continues tonight. And we'd like to remind people who are heading downtown to make sure that they arrange for transportation ahead of time, don't drink and drive, and consider parking because it's going to be pretty full as well. So two other major events this weekend were the Jump Ship Parade in the Inner Harbour and the Buccaneers Day in Esquimalt. Both drew large crowds, including evening dances and parties, but there are no events of note, just some minor alcohol-related issues. We certainly have to give credit to the event organizers and to on-site security for keeping a handle on everything and upholding all the good behavior that was going on. So we did lend our support where it was needed, but overall it was two positive family-oriented events. So there's no questions on that one. We're looking for information after a random assault on a busker. So VicPD is asking for the public's assistance concerning an unprovoked assault against one of our well-known street performers. So on Saturday at about 7 p.m., in the midst of the busker's set, a man ran at him and for an unknown reason tackled him to the ground. He had been performing all day when four men had come by and they were taunting him. They left but returned a short while later. He noticed three of the other men were standing across the street and seemed that they were videotaping him. Without warning, he was blindsided and tackled to the ground, and he suffered some minor injuries. The attacker and some of their friends took off, but witnesses ran in pursuit. The witnesses were able to follow the suspect to a parkade, where they ran up to the second floor, but the suspect jumped from the second floor to a lamp standard and shimmied down. So the witness was unable to follow the maneuver and lost sight of the suspect. And that's the information that we got at the scene. We arrived quickly to investigate, and all our witnesses were cooperative with the investigation, but no suspect was identified at that time. We do have a description. He's described as a Caucasian male. He's about 5'9", medium build with dark or black hair, and wearing a red t-shirt and jeans. So anyone with information about the assault is asked to call Victoria Police or Crime Stoppers.
Movie stuntman by profession, perhaps?
It looks like it.
Where did this happen?
It was Wharf and Government.
Which busker?
Not going to say.
And sorry, with the description of the suspect, is there an age, general age?
No, we didn't have a general age.
Well, there was no robbery here. It was just...
No robbery, just an assault.
Was he injured?
He did receive minor injuries, scraped to the elbow, but he was tended to by ambulance.
Do you think that because he was being videotaped, this is some kind of a prank that might be posted on YouTube or something like that?
You know, that's what we thought. We did some searching around. Our investigators did searching on YouTube because that would obviously help us find out who it is, but there was nothing that we could locate. So.
Any other witnesses that took pictures of them? Or?
Nothing that we could find. The witnesses did give chase, like you said, and they were very helpful for us, but other than that, we didn't get a lot on that one.
So what parkade are we talking about?
Broughton.
Broughton.
Broughton Street.
Broughton Street Parkade. Isn't that the library? Isn't it underground?
Yeah.
There's the one
Sorry.
on the Broad Street side.
The Pagliacci's?
Yeah.
Sort of down in that area?
Oh, okay. I thought the ability to jump from parkades had been restricted as part of what the city's been doing to upgrade parkades after some
Apparently,
suicides and that sort of thing.
he found a way. Yeah. All right, that's it for that one. We're looking for a suspect in two 7-Eleven robberies. So we're looking for information on 2 robberies at the 7-Eleven on Bay Street that happened twice in a 24-hour period. Now, we do believe the robberies were committed by the same person. And the latest robbery occurred Sunday at about 1:30 a.m. A man approached the counter, and when the till was open, he demanded cash. He threatened the cashier, saying he had a weapon, but none was produced. He reached over the counter and took money out of the till. The man then fled the store and took off on a bike westbound on Bay Street. He is described as a Caucasian male, between 25 and 35, approximately 6'2", and 160 pounds, with short blonde hair. At the time of the robbery, he was wearing blue jeans and a dark Lululemon hoodie, and the bike was described as a dark color cruiser-style bike. Now, it does appear the same suspect robbed the store at 5:30 a.m. the previous day. There was a similar approach, reaching over the counter and stealing an undisclosed sum of cash. Our forensic identification spent several hours on scene, gathering evidence, and we continue to investigate. If anybody has any information, contact VicPD or Crime Stoppers. And after the conference here, we're going to have some video up on that, surveillance video. It'll be up on our website for you.
Was it the same employee working that kind of early morning shift both days?
I don't know. I didn't check. But
And what was he wearing the first day? Was he wearing different clothes?
different, yeah, same thing? Same thing,
At least similar looking.
yeah.
Pretty brazen for somebody to commit the same crime within a 24-hour period?
Well, certainly, it's the same crime, same place, same description, same clothing, so certainly, you kind of think, why would you do that? But all right, yeah, and like I said, we're hopefully going to have some video of that up right after. All right, we had a cab driver who was assaulted and robbed on Sunday morning, just after 5:30 a.m. The suspect was arrested after being identified through the taxi's dashboard camera and our officers, who have a good knowledge of everybody on the street. 28-year-old Victoria man was arrested. He was arrested that evening at 10:30 p.m. near Pandora and Quadra. The man is well known to police and easily recognized after forensics downloaded the camera and the information on there. He does face 1 count of robbery. So it happened after he was dropped off at the corner of Rayner and Craigflower, and the 48-year-old Saanich cab driver was punched, and the man tried to steal the debit machine right out of the cab. So he further assaulted the cab driver after the cab driver had left and run away, where he was chased. He then stole an undisclosed amount of money and the cab driver's wallet. The wallet was later found in the 600 block of Pine Street. So like I said, the man was arrested at 10:30 p.m. and he was held in custody for court today.
Assaults on cab drivers, they're fairly rare, aren't they?
Yeah, we don't get a lot of reports of them. And you consider the clientele they drive around after bar close and things like that, you'd think, geez. But for what we get reported, it's not that often. Good. All right, and last one for today. We have the thief who was nabbed by the car he was trying to steal. So on a strange turn of events, a man who was breaking into a car was held prisoner by that same car. Earlier today, a 22-year-old Langford man was attempting to steal a car in the 100 block of Bushby Street when his plans backfired. The theft attempt was thwarted when the owner's husband locked him inside and held him for police. We arrived within minutes and found the would-be thief still inside the car. He was arrested and charged with 1 count of breaching his conditional sentence order. The owner interrupted the theft after being woken by the commotion that was being caused outside at about 4 a.m. She looked out to see someone in her vehicle, and that's when her husband went to investigate. So that's when he locked him in the car. The man was held for morning court today, and we don't have the results of that yet, but he is well known to police.
How was he locked in the car?
We know the doors were shut, and he was still in there when we got there, so we're not quite sure. But he didn't get out, so.
Just more scared to get out?
I
or-
must have been, yeah. So I'm thinking if you shut the driver's door, the passenger door is right across the way from you, but.
Had some questions on some other things, just,
Fire away.
are you putting out extra police for the hockey game tonight and, or Wednesday night, if it goes that far?
Yeah, we do have other officers assigned. We had some extra on Friday night as well, 4 there, 4 tonight for sure, plus maybe some additionals, depending on how the night goes. But you know what, the tone has been set, and the people in Victoria are celebrating really responsibly, so we're really glad to see that.
If you got one area downtown interest more than any other areas, like is there a hot spot that you're concerned about? or-
Doesn't particularly seem so, no. It seems like it's pretty spread out. We have lots of pubs and bars that people are watching the game at, so it seems to be spread around pretty good.
Vancouver is getting some help from the province in its additional policing costs. Nothing like that here.
Well, the 4 members that we had assigned on Friday night and we have tonight are part of the Late Night, Great Night Task Force, and that's funded separately from the city. That's part of the whole big project we've been doing for the last year and a bit for Late Night, Great Night. So that's coming out of that pot, so that budget there.
So those are 4 additional members, or?
Yes, 4 additional members, yeah.
So basically what you're doing is you're putting on the weekend staffing on a Monday night.
So far, yeah. We're going to see if there's a need for any other officers to come out. So they'll be out there sort of getting the flavor and seeing how the night's progressing, and then we'll be able to judge it by that to see if we need any extra officers to come out. Yeah.
Can I ask about the Cabbie
Yes,
incident again? The guy was only charged with robbery, not assault, right?
right.
Why is that?
Because robbery is basically a theft plus an assault. They're put together and it equals the 1 count of robbery.
Can we go back to the Saanich thing, just so that I have it on tape?
Yes.
So has the Victoria Police been asked for assistance at all?
You know, we always help Saanich whenever they need, but it's Saanich's file, so you're going to have to talk to them about what they need.
Okay. And again, as far as you know, there's no recent missing persons that you're aware of in the Greater Victoria area?
Nothing I can comment to right now, yeah.
There was an incident out at the dockyards today. Do you have any information on that? What happened there?
The information that I have is pretty sparse, but what we know is there was a worker there who was working on an empty and old fuel tank and seemed to suffer some sort of medical distress. So we went to just assist, and ambulance and fire were there as well, so that's about all I have on it.
Yeah.
It was not classified industrial accident then, it was medical.
I don't know.